Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another live Q&A session. If you have any questions, please let me know now. I'll try to answer them as we go along. We have about 1 hour. Please let me know if the audio is okay. Can you hear me okay? And also, please let me know if this is your first time, where you come from. Saying good day, Ajahn. Good day to you, saying. Where are you from? Anthony Chan. Good day, Ajahn. Good day to you, Anthony. How are you? Where are you from? Meal on meditation. Good afternoon from Chonburi, Thailand. The video and audio is fine. Thank you. I Suwin. We are good, Ajahn. Thank you. Ong Apprentice. Audio and video are good. Thank you. Ong Apprentice, watching from Singapore. Thank you. It's been a while since I have the last Q&A, so there's probably many questions coming in today. So I'll take them one at a time as we go along. Paul Ling Soon, good afternoon, Ajahn. Audio okay, thank you. Kim Chua, greeting from Kuantan, Ajahn, and the audio is good and clear, thank you. Ong Apprentice, watching from Singapore. From Indri, Luang Po, good afternoon. May Luang Po be well, healthy, happy, long life, peacefully, and prosperous. Namaskar, Supriyati. Thank you very much. Anthony Chan, it's okay, Ajahn. A bit soft, but other than that, it is okay. Yes, I think you just have to turn up the volume a little bit. Okay, we have the first question from Deborah Jonas. Hello, Tanajan from Toronto. I hope you are well. In the book Poems of the Early Buddhist Women, after some of the nuns become enlightened, the following is sometimes said to them by the Buddhas. Take care of the body. It's your last. Just make sure it doesn't become a vehicle for death after this. What does it mean? Thank you. It means that don't use your body to support your cravings. Maybe the person only have just attained to the first level of enlightenment. So she should use the body for full enlightenment, so that she will not come back and reborn again. Because if she is reborn, she will have to die again. Take care of the body is your last. Just make sure it doesn't become a vehicle for death after this. What does it mean? Thank you. At least this is my understanding. It seems to be a little bit contradictory. If you are fully enlightened, then you won't come back and reborn, and then there will be death, because you won't use your body to support your cravings anymore. But anyway, this is what I think. Don't use your body to support your cravings of sensual pleasure, cravings of being, and cravings for non-being. From Christine Zhu, Namo Buddhaya Ajahn. I Sowin from NYC, Ajahn, from New York City. Thank you. Yeah, if this is your first time, or if you can let me know where you're from, I will appreciate it, so I can keep a record of all the people that we have contacted, so we know the picture of how many different countries people are from. Saying I'm from Singapore, have been following your life since early this year, Venerable Sir. Thank you. Question from Jonathan E. Pisco, Eastern U.S. I hope you are doing well. Question number 1. We often encounter challenging thoughts, challenging life problems, challenging people. Is it possible to find the strength to deal with this in all moments, or just when we train in the mind? And how do we develop strength? By practicing Dhamma, especially the development of mindfulness and wisdom. If you have mindfulness and wisdom all the time, you will be able to handle any challenging situation in your life. Question number 2. How does consciousness connect to the body? I don't know the technicality of the connection, but the mind sends the stream of consciousness to attach to the sensual organs, such as the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. So when the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body come into contact with the sight, sound, smell, taste, and tactile objects, it will go directly to the mind. Is the brain the place where the consciousness connects to this rupa? One part of the consciousness connect to the rest, the whole body. Besides the 4 organs, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and it connects to the rest of the body. So any contact come in touch with the body, it will send it to the mind. Like if the brain becomes infected or become painful, it will send this information straight to the mind. Science has shown strong correlation between the activity of the brain and the work of the mind. Yes, the brain follows the instruction from the mind. The mind tells the brain what it wants to do, like lifting your hands, walking, standing, sitting. Once the instruction was given by the mind, then the brain then sends this information toward the body for action. From Anthony Chen. I am from KL, Malaysia. My body is still healthy, good enough for me to meditate. This vehicle is still not broken yet. Very good. Take good use of it and try to do it now because you don't know how long it will last. The Buddha said always reflect on death to remind you that life is not certain. You might die anytime by any cost. So don't be complacent. Try to use your body right now for the purpose of enlightenment, to release your mind from suffering, from birth, aging, sickness, and death. Question from Claudio Ronchetti in Switzerland. There are different teachings about the practice of Metta Bhavana. Which is the correct one? Well, the correct one is in the sutta, which we Buddhists recite every time we do chanting. That is, Sabbe Satta Avera Hontu. Mean all beings should not hold any grudge against each other. We should practice forgiveness. Sabbe Satta Abhaya Pacha Hontu. We should not cause any harm to other human beings. Anika Hontu. We should not hurt the body or the mind of other people. Sukhi Atanam Pariharantu. We should give happiness to other beings. So this is the practice of Metta Bhavana. Not to hurt, first to forgive and not to hold a grudge against anybody. Second, not to hurt other people. Third, not to hurt physically or mentally other people. And fourth, to give happiness to other people. by sharing your wealth, for instance. From asking Prajan, the voice and video is very clear. Thank you. Shayam Lama Gurang. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. David Silananda. Sadhu, sadhu. Where are you from, David Silananda? And Shayam Lama Gurang also. Where are you from? El Abdullah El Manam. No. Okay. Dhammajak Buddhist Community Center from Los Angeles. Thank you. Jane Lee. Hi, Ajahn. How are you? I'm from Melbourne. Nearly 2 months I can't concentrate doing meditation because keeps thinking about my mom's conditions. Feel hurt and sad when I do meditation. Could Ajahn give me a suggestion, please? Thank you. The Lord Buddha teaches us to reflect or contemplate on the true nature of life. And that is, once we are being born, we will be subjected to aging, sickness, and death, without any exception. Everybody. So whenever this thing happens, we should take it with a smile or with a, because we know this is the way things are with our body. We cannot escape it. Everybody, your mother, your father, your whoever, everybody will have to go through this aging, sickness, and death. But the good news is that the body is not you. The body is not your mother. The body is just a vehicle your mother used to travel in this world to meet people with. Once the body breaks down, then she will go and seek for a new body, and she will be born again. So if you think like this, you will not feel sad. You will feel that this is just an ordinary process of life. From Ben Chua. Good day, Tanajan. Last week I had some experience when developing mindfulness practice with reciting mantra. Then happened appearance a lot of light dot flow with natural wave, and I tried to concentrate in mantra, but the waves still move around. Can Prajan give me some advice, please? Yes, just ignore it, leave it alone. Don't try to force it to go away, or don't wish it to go away. Leave it alone and just keep concentrating on your mantra. Eventually, it will go up, it will disappear, and your mind will be calm, peaceful, and empty. If you keep reciting the mantra, don't stop reciting the mantra. Don't pay attention to whatever appears during your meditation. Leave them alone. Let them come and go. From Paul Ling Soon. This morning my meditation feels so mindfulness. Every my breath is calm, mindful, sitting like floating and light. It can break my continuous breathing. So I sit longer. After I want to get out, mind and body still feel residue of mindfulness. After go out, I feel life as so meaningful. Can Ajahn come in? From Penang, Malaysia. It means you have found true happiness, the happiness that arises from meditation. Then you'll find that life is worth living for, because you will then practice more meditation and give you more happiness. And this will be lasting happiness also. Even if the body should get old, get sick or die, you can still have this type of happiness. From Kim H. Chua, some interruption on and off, but really a long awaited session with invaluable Dhamma and advice. Yes, sometimes I don't have the time or the opportunity is not there. Today I find it about the right time, so I come here and to answer your question today. Question from Narayanan S. India. In order to practice jhana, should I observe the breath or control the breath? Observe the breath. Don't control the breath. Leave the breath alone. You just want to use the breath as an anchor to anchor your mind from going into the past or going into the future. You want to keep your mind in the present and not thinking, just knowing. Then your mind will enter into jhana that way. Okay. Suhad, Namo Buddhaya Ajahn. Where are you from, Suhad? You falling soon. How to build energy for meditate. You just study the teaching of the Buddha from an enlightened person. It will give you the inspiration and the energy to meditate. From Chu Chin, good afternoon and my respect to Ajahn. Where are you from, Chu Chin? Malaysia or Singapore? Tim Zhao, where are you from, Tim? Is it possible to be attached to meditation? Yes, but it's a good attachment. It doesn't hurt the mind. It gives the mind peace and happiness. That's what we should be attached to, not to other things like people or things, because they can hurt your mind because they are not always there for you. But with meditation, it will always be there for you to give you peace, comfort, and security and happiness. From Mandy Smith, Ontario, I hope you are well and have needs met. Thank you for your previous advice. I was wondering in a relationship with this rogue Theravada Buddhist monk, what does concept of trust and love mean from his perspective? How are the love qualities best shown from Westerners? It still means the same thing, the concept of love and trust. You still love and trust like you normally would. How are the love qualities best shown from Westerner? Well, just like the Buddha, love, loving kindness is the way you should show your love. Love by giving, not love for taking. You don't want to take anything from the one you love. You want to give them. You want to help them. You want to make them happy. That's the kind of love that you should practice. From Ben's Jur, Ajahn, Buddha mentioned 7 days, 7 months, and maximum 7 years. You can get the result straight away, Arahant, by letting go everything's reaction from the defilements by stop thinking, then realize the truth by vipassana, eliminate all forms of dukkha, then eventually get the result right. Yes, you practice samatha first, meditation for jhana. Once you have jhana, then you use vipassana to see that everything is dukkha. So when you see them as dukkha, then you let go of your attachment, let go of your desire or cravings for them. Then you will be free from suffering completely and permanently. From Tim Zhao, too attached. Well, I think the Buddha teach the middle way. Yeah. Attached and to when it's possible to be attached to. When it's not possible to be attached to, then you just don't. It's like if you can meditate, you meditate. But sometimes you are in a situation in which you cannot meditate, then you just stop your attachment to meditation temporarily until the condition is right for you to meditate. Then you attach to meditation again. Because attachment without rationality can become defilements, can become cravings. But attachment with wisdom, then there will be no cravings. You do it when you can do it. When you cannot do it, then you don't do it. Gek Yen So, greeting from Penang. May attention be well and healthy. Thank you, Gek. Question from Felix Lim, KL, Malaysia. What happens to the mind when a person is dementia? The mind still remains the same. The mind is the knower and the thinker. What caused the mind, the person to be has dementia? Maybe part of it is the physical part of the body. It deteriorates and it cannot perform its duty properly. Secondly, it's probably due to lack of mindfulness in the mind itself. But if you have constant mindfulness, then you will not experience any dementia. Look at the masters, the meditation masters. They can live up to 100 years and they can still be like a 40, 20-year-old person. Their mind is always brilliant, always bright, always knowing what's going on. From Kim H. Chua, good afternoon, Ajahn and admin. Greetings from Kuantan, Malaysia. I would like to inquire further about guardian angels, devas, sentient beings, and some others which I have come across in my reading. Please enlighten me. Well, when you say guardian angels, devas, these are spiritual beings who are good spiritual beings who have done virtue, who has kept the sila, and who has practiced charity. When the body dies, they become devas, and they sometimes will be your guardian angels. If they see that you are doing the same thing that they did, then they would like to help or protect you. Sentient beings mean all beings, all spiritual beings are called sentient beings. Beings that hasn't yet been enlightened. Non-enlightened beings are called sentient beings. Or maybe I'm wrong. Sentient beings are just all spiritual beings. Sometimes it takes up the physical form of a human body, and sometimes a physical form of an animal. And some others which I have come across in my reading. Please enlighten me. How can one help a person who has the tendency or inclination toward abnormal sexual inclination, as with homosexuality or heterosexual, and the person is not Dhamma based? It depends on whether they ask you for help or not. If they don't ask you for help, then you shouldn't try to help them, because you will be interfering in their life, which they might not like it or appreciate it. But if they need your help, then it depends on what kind of help they need. So you have to use rationality to deal with situations and to see what is the appropriate help you should give. What are the consequences in terms of the karma? Just that they will keep reborning, just like heterosexual. Homosexual or heterosexual are the same as far as the mind is concerned. They have this sensual pleasure desire or cravings for sensual pleasures. This will cause them to reborn again and again. Yes, everybody comes and born and reap the. Is the person reaping the fruits of their past karma? Yes, everybody who is born is reaping the fruits of their past karma. Sometimes good karma, sometimes bad karma. So they're reaping some good fruits and some bad fruits accordingly. From Kano, Tanadi, Mandami Ajahn from Indonesia. Please kindly explain three most common mistake or wrong way of fundraising. For example, raising fund to give medication for monk sickness, food, monastery maintenance, and kindly explain what are the right way is. Well, The wrong way is to impose your demand on other people, or begging. This is the wrong way. Don't beg people for money or for help. This is the wrong way. Instead of inspiring them, you can turn them away. You should the way to to raise fund or ask for help is to just tell them what's going on. For instance, you say, "Oh, the monastery has problem with the electricity or water or whatever." You can tell them this what the temple needs without asking them directly for help. And if they find that they can help or they want to help, then they would help. And if they cannot, then they will not feel bad because you're not imposing on them to do anything. You just give them the information. You can post this or let people know, for instance, the monastery has problem with water or electricity or whatever it needs. And then it's up to the person who read the notice to decide for themselves what they want to do. This way, this is the proper way of fundraising. Just to let them know of your need and whether they're gonna help you or not, you cannot impose on them. From Savante, Satu, Satu, Satu. From Morris Twig. Hi Morris. Namaskaran Prajan Suchart Abhijato. Good morning from Amsterdam Airport. You're still working. I hope you are well and happy. From Paul Ling Soon. How to begin practice meditation. Maybe start with chanting or maybe straight away start breathing from Penang. It's up to your mindfulness. If you have strong mindfulness, you might be able to start meditating by watching your breath right away. But if you find it's hard to focus on your breath because your mind keeps thinking about other things, then you have to do some chanting first to calm your mind, to stop your thoughts. Once you calm and you're not thinking and can concentrate on your breath, then you start concentrating on your breath. From Go Ching Chuan. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Please let me know where you are all from. From Tenzin Ku. Good afternoon, Pante. I have a question. When we realize Namarupa Patija Yana, Paricheda Yana, does it mean we only know that the body and mind are separate entities, and the Chitta is the one knowing this difference? I think, I'm not sure because I don't know about this Namarupa and Paricheda Yana. But what you say is probably correct. Yeah, we practice to discover that the body and the mind are two separate entities. And the mind or the chitta is the one knowing this difference. Yes, this is what you want to find out for yourself, so that you won't be affected by the changing nature of the body, the dissolution of the body, because you know the mind doesn't dissolve with the body. Tim Zhao from Los Angeles, thank you. Chu Jin, my apologies, Ajahn, I forgot to write I am from Malaysia, thank you. Yes, if you send in your question, please let me know where you come from. I appreciate that, just to get a perspective of who you are and where you come from. From Menshua, dear Ajahn, may I know what is your view of time? This is just a concept. Time is the truth. Time is the measurement that we use to measure the movement, for instance, of the planet and the sun and moon and so forth. See, the earth moves around 24 hours a day. Yeah. So we know that we are moving with things are moving along, things are not still. But it doesn't affect anything as far as the mind is concerned. What affects the minds are the defilements, and that's what we have to get rid them, get rid of them. Sadhu from Sofeng NG. Sadhu from Michael Saw. Vicky Tan, good afternoon, Tanajan. Listening from Singapore. Thank you for teaching us. You are welcome. From Ben Chua, Tanajan, the 6 basic elements, is it permanent? Yes, they are always there. The pure elements, they are always there. The earth element, the water element, the fire element, the wind element, the space element, and the knowing element. These are always there. But sometimes they form to form into a human body or animal. But then they will separate at the time of death of the body and return to the original element, pure element. Water will go back to become water element. The water in the body will return to become the water element. The wind the same, the fire the same, and the earth element. The mind element also, the knowing element also separate, and then to reform again with other new 4 elements. This is the process of rebirth. Question from Ivy Lu, Singapore. I have 3 different reactions towards the behaviors of different people. I avoid, let go, or give up. I avoid, let go, or give up. Why can't I have the same reaction, let go toward all behavior? That's because you don't have wisdom. You still see them as different. But if you have wisdom, you'll see that they are all the same. You see them as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you will let go of them. So you have to develop wisdom to see that they all have anicca, dukkha, anatta as their nature. Then you can then react to them the same. From Guanyan Chan, Ajahn, can you please explain contemplation body in the body, feeling in the feeling? It's just I think it's a literal translation. What it means is to contemplate the nature of the body, contemplate the nature of feeling, and so forth. In that they are all anicca, dukkha, anatta. The body is anicca, impermanent. Dukkha can cause you have suffering or pain, mental pain. Anatta, it has no self. It's just the composition of the 4 elements. Same way with feelings and the mind. The mind, when the mind we're talking about is the mind objects inside the mind that keeps shifting, changing, rising and ceasing, emotions and thoughts, for instance. They are all anicca, dukkha, anatta, so that you can then know how to deal with them properly. That is to leave them alone and let them be. Don't try to manage or control them because it will cause you dukkha or suffering. From Anna Goldman, good afternoon, John. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Where are you from, Anna? Please let me know if you can. And I hope you are well too. Question from Joanne Ong from KL, Malaysia. I have a cousin who has fallen into deep depression and are facing with heavy debt money issue. Is there any advice from you of how I can help him to go through this, especially on the death part, as he is feeling overwhelmed by it and incapable to do repayment? Well, the best thing for him to do is to accept the consequence of his action. You know, he 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 started to have debt and he doesn't know how to service his debt. So just be ready to accept the consequence. He might be declared bankrupt, be put in jail or whatever. Just don't try to resist the consequences if there's no other way. So if you cannot repay your debt, then just let the process take over. If they want to declare you bankrupt, fine. If they want to put you in jail, fine. So what? Accept the consequence and the depression will disappear. When sure, our body is it just like biomolecule? Yes, the body is a is a chemistry. It's composed of all the elements: oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and so forth, in various form, in liquid form, in gaseous form, in solid form, and in heat form. So this is the body. Sunny Lim, Satu, Satu, Ajahn. Alisa Teng, good day to you, Tan Ajahn. I am from Malaysia. Thank you. Irene Ui, Satu, Satu. Anna Gorman, Satu. You still haven't told me where you're from, Anna. Si Ting Eng, Satu. Elia Lim, good afternoon, Ajahn. I am from Indonesia. May I know what is the best time for meditate in the morning? As soon as you get up, I think that's probably the best time. Before you go do anything, as soon as you get up, maybe go wash your face and get yourself awakened, and you start meditating. From Phoebe Sang, is it right to ask our guardian angels and protecting spirits to help us to practice better? No, you shouldn't. You should rely on yourself. Let your guardian angels do what it can do for you. It cannot do everything for you. There are things that you have to do on your own. But if there are other things that your guardian angel can do, then your guardian angels will do it for you without having to ask them to do it. So try to be self-reliant. Don't expect your guardian angels to be your servant. That's not their job. They are there to assist you in time of crisis if they can help you. From Pauline Soon, I feel my life now is nothing important. Even I can withstand death. Just want to follow and search more teaching of meditation Buddha. My family members all grow big and fine in life, so I am fully practicing and chanting to prepare my final life. What Ajahn can comment my statement. Well, if you think you have no more responsibility in the world, then maybe you should go live in a monastery and eventually become a monk. That probably will be the best path to take if you want to go on the spiritual journey. From Mickey LKF. Afternoon, Ajahn. Thank you so much and wish you great health. I have been trying to recite a mantra, Bhutto, the moment I get up and until I get busy with work, and it will slip off my mind. I will also try to meditate every night when I am done with my chores, and will also contemplate the body. I know my concentration will not improve much until I go full-time into the practice. Any other ways I can make small improvement to my cultivation? Thank you, Mike from Singapore. I guess that's about all that you can do for now under the present circumstances, because you still have to use your mind to work and to deal with people and things. So you cannot always be mindful and just merely knowing. So I guess you just have to find more time for yourself to be alone if it's possible. Like on your day off, try to find seclusion, and then you can then focus and practice more on mindfulness and wisdom. From Ben Chua, Tanaja, Nibbana is it knowing element itself called Nibbana. Yes, it's a purified knowing element, devoid of any defilements, such as greed, hate, and delusion. That's Nibbana. That's a knowing element. Pam Helen, good morning from Norway. Thank you, Pam. Kim Ed Chua, with much respect for the time and answers, Ajahn, you're welcome. From Matt Drusen, good morning, Ajahn from Denmark. Good morning to you, Matt. From Sunny Lim, good Ajahn, Suchart, thanks so much for teaching us the Dhamma. All brothers and sisters to the Dhamma, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Malaysia, thank you. Tim Zhao, Ajahn, can you explain the different level of the jhanas? How do we recognize each level? It's not really important to know the description of the jhanas. What's important is to get into the fourth jhana. The first, second, and third comes automatically when you start to concentrate on your meditation object, such as a mantra or on your breath. Then you will start going through the first, second, and third, and eventually you will come to the fourth when the mind becomes completely still, when you don't think and you feel a sense of peace and harmony. Your mind seems to be neutralized. It has no love, hate, delusion, or fear temporarily. That's where you want to go, but just keep concentrating on your meditation object, such as your breath or your mantra. Don't worry about the other three jhanas. They are just passing points that you want to pass and go into the fourth, which is ubekkha. The mind becomes neutral, having no emotions of love, hate, fear, or delusion. Work whisper blowers. Hi Bante, may I check how many Buddhas that exist beyond our kalpa? It's useless because it doesn't give you any benefit to know how many Buddhas there are. According to the scripture, the Buddha mentioned 5, 3 previously before him and 1 coming after him. But they are all the same. They're like the same brand, same model automobiles. So there's no difference in these Buddhas. They do the same teaching us to avoid doing evil, teach us to do good, and teach us to purify the mind. Question from Philips, Indonesia. What is the requirement to become a forest monk? First, you have to go live in the forest monk and learn the forest monk's way of life. And once the teacher sees that you're ready, then he will give you the ordination, or let you take the ordination and live with him for the first 5 years. From Go Chin Chuang, I am from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you. Kenneth Tan, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Polling soon, give sponsor the Dana for medical Buddha image, printing Buddha book extra. What is consequence from maybe law of karma, Penang, Malaysia? It means that you are practicing dana or charity. And the consequence of practicing dana or charity is will give you happiness when you're still living, a sense of contentment and happiness. And when you die, you will become a happy spiritual beings, which we call devas or angels. Question from Leonard say, my partner is a Catholic and I have enshrined a small Buddha altar many years ago. He has a small statue of his faith. May I know if I can place his statue next to my Buddha altar? We get along well. I visit his church of worship and he attends my Dhamma talk. Please advise, thank you. Well, statue doesn't really mean anything much, really. Yeah. In Buddhism, what matters is your belief in the teaching of the Buddha and your practicing following his teaching. So that's more important. If you want to put any statue, any picture of anybody on your altar, it's okay, but it has no effects on your mind or on your life. What affects you is what your practice, what you do. Are you doing what the Buddha is asking you to do? If you are, then you're benefiting your mind, your life, making it better and happier. From Gavin Dipong, hello Ajahn. A year ago, I tried listening to some of Longta Mahabhu's desanas in Thai and could hardly understand anything. I recently tried listening again and now I can understand the majority of it and tend to drop into calm pretty quickly. The change in understanding seems quite profound. This is just a result of practice. Thank you from Vancouver. Yes, if you only read, you might not understand what you're reading. But when you practice, then you realize what the teaching is all about. The teaching is to tame your mind, to calm your mind, to bring happiness into your mind. From Anthony Chan, Ante, I recently read on the internet those who postulate at the four Buddhist holy sites, the place Buddha was born, enlightened, first teaching, and passing away, will be reborn in the Deva realm. Is it true? Yes, because once you have visited these four sites, you will have faith in the Buddha, and then you will follow his teaching, which means you will be keeping the precept and you will be doing charity and meditation. Once you have done this, then you will go to be born in the Deva realm. But if you just visited the four places and didn't do anything, taking it as a sightseeing trip, then it would not give you any benefits. You have to be inspired to have faith in the Buddha's teaching and then follow his teaching. Then you will reap the consequence of your action. From Tenzin Ku, thank you Ajahn. Following up on the question regarding Nama Rupa, is the mind and the citta the same? Yes, the mind and the citta is the one who knows, the one who thinks. We can actually see that they are different. No, they are the same, but sometimes we refer them to the mind or the heart, the citta and mano. Sometimes the citta refers to the thinker and mano refers to the knower, but they are one thing, one same thing, with different name, with different function. From Kusuma, thank you. Sadhu, Todd Tan Peng, Sadhu. From Matt Drusen, dear John, when I don't meditate as much as I need, it seems that the body gets more sick. Thank you so much, Sadhu, Sadhu, from Denmark. Meditation can help kill some of your sickness if they are mentally induced. Because when your mind becomes calm, the then the sickness induced by a restless, agitated mind will disappear. From Ben Chua, Tan Ajahn, may I know what is tame ahead or black magic? And what is the principle to make it work like the principle of condoms? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about tame ahead or black magic, so I cannot answer this question. From Kim Nai Tan, Sadhu Sadhu. It's raining right now, and so there might be some background noise from the sound of the raindrops. I hope you can still hear me. If you don't, please let me know. Then I would have to stop. But if you still can hear me okay, then we'll continue on. We're having a little rain right now. From Melissa Teng, Ajahn, I am new to meditation. Can Ajahn guide me how to meditate using the mantra Bhutto? How should I focus on the mantra? Just keep reciting the mantra. Just follow the word in your mind. Recite it mentally, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. You don't need to concentrate on the spelling of Bhutto. The rhythm of Bhutto is up to you. You can do it slow or fast. Doesn't matter. It depends on your mind. Sometimes your mind is restless. You might want to do it faster. When your mind is not as restless, then you can do it slower. Just keep reciting mantra, just like you're talking to me right now. Just focus on the mantra. And don't pay attention to any other thought if they come up. Just leave them alone. From Ken N.G. Kian Nam. Dear Ajahn, I would like to seek forgiveness from you for an ignorant comment I left in one of the posts in the past. Benefited a lot from Bhante teaching in live Q&A session and with good meditators. No problem. I hold no grudges on anybody. I wish them all well. You as well. From Pauline soon, can the blessing merit to send to my relative departure, like mother, father, sister, and brother? Can they receive my merit blessing? It's up to their status. If they have lots of merits already, then they don't need your merits. But if they don't have any merits, then they might be able to receive your merits. From Ben Sure, Ajahn, may I know time is it will affect our body like we practice without following the time for the body, healthy time for rest, like usually our body best in rest at 1 p.m. to 3 a.m. If we didn't rest in this time but use for practice, is that will affect toward our body. Well, sooner or later your body needs to rest. So you just have to look at the need of your body. If your body wants to sleep, then you just have to let it sleep. Let it rest. That shouldn't be more than 4 hours a day or 5 hours. Any more than that, it will be your defilement. From earlier, Lim, thanks for the answer, Sadhu, Sadhu. Take them so, Tanjan. Amitu, go. I am not familiar with Thai language. May I know the difference between Ajahn and Tanjan? It's the same. Ajahn means teacher. Pra means venerable. So we use pra and tan interchangeably. From Pauline soon, Tanjan, thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu, Sadhu. From Kim Chua, is it mainly lack of mindfulness during meditation that one suddenly jerks? Yes, usually if you are not mindful, you can suddenly jerk. From Pauline soon, how to motivate my wife to practice meditation. It depends on whether she wants to be motivated or not. If if she doesn't want to be motivated, but there's nothing you can do for her. If she wants to be motivated, then you take her to the temple to join meditation practice. Then she can be motivated from the practice. What words can tell to her? Well, the words is not as effective as the action. Take her to meditate in the temple, and she will be motivated if she receives good result from her practice. From word whisper blower, thank you, Ajahn. You are wise sharing. You're welcome. From Kevin Lee, dear Ajahn, may I know how should I deal with anxiety in meditation? If you have anxiety in meditation, it means you're not mindful. So you have to concentrate on your mindfulness such as your mantra. Just keep reciting the mantra, and then eventually your mind will become calm and your anxiety will disappear. Is it because I'm overly focused on my meditation object and not relaxed enough? No, you're not focused on the meditation object enough. So you have to be more focused. Especially you should use a mantra instead of watching your breath, because your mantra will be more effective under the circumstances. You can use your breath only when your mind becomes calm enough. If your mind is restless and have anxiety, then you should keep reciting a mantra or keep chanting until your mind becomes calm and your anxiety disappears. Then you can then focus on your breath. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left. So if you are not typing any question now, please don't do it. You have to do it next time. If you are typing your question now, please continue on and finish with your question and send them in. Because I will have to end this session in about 3 or 4 minutes. From Ben Shua, Tanajan, may I know the physical form is just human body and animal body. Out of that, all is mental form or spiritual form. That's right. All other beings have no physical form, except human and animal. All other beings have spiritual form. Is next life become deva better than human? Yes, because being a deva, you have less dukkha, you have more happiness. It's like going on a holiday, then stay at home and work. Which one is better? Working or going on a holiday? Becoming a deva is like going on a holiday. Being a human is like having to go to work. From Fanny thank you Ajahn for teaching us from Indonesia. From Ong Boyi Sim, Sadhu Sadhu. From Ananta Budita, we can hear you. Thank you. Because it's getting louder now, the noise, the background noise because of the rain. The audio is good. Yeah, we are lucky because it's almost the time is almost over now. It's almost 1 hour. 1 more minute to go. So we will probably have to finish this Q&A session pretty soon. Thank you so much for your teaching, Panajan, from Pam Helen. From Phoebe Sen, I can still clearly hear your voice as well as the wind. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a nice day or have a good night, Phoebe. See you again on next Tuesday if you are not busy. Shirley Poole, Sadhu Sadhu. From Adelaide, Divan Bethany, we can hear Panajan. I haven't heard from you for a while. Bethany, are you okay? From Fanny still can hear John. Thank you. Adeline Chin, yes, can hear you clearly. Very good. Calling soon. What is the benefit of 8 precepts? It's mainly more for practice meditation. That's right. The eight precepts will prevent you from doing other activities. Then you will have the time to meditate more. I can practice 4 times a day in my house and eat one. No sex and eaten and consider a precept. Yes, yes. From Santi Lai, how are you today, Ajahn? I'm fine, thank you. From Sam Tan, Ajahn, what is your advice for one who wants to go on the path of swift entry? What should one focus on? One should practice uh, keeping the precept and meditation, both the samatha meditation for calm, and then move up to the next level of meditation for insight. Then one can become a sotamana eventually. From Ted Ang, dear John, after I meditated Buddha with the breath for some time, I felt very quiet feeling near the chest area. Is that Kanika Samadhi? I'm not sure. Kanika usually feel like you're falling from your mind is completely calm and happy, but briefly. From all apprentice, that the rain is just a background noise. I can still hear clearly. Thank you. From falling soon. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Guide me way to the path. You're welcome. From Parnell. Dear Ajahn, do one need to sit in the lotus position to meditate? As I find that I can meditate much longer sitting on a chair, as my legs won't get numb from the blood flow. Yes, you can sit in any position you like. Whichever sitting position that you make your meditation successful, that is okay. From Jinilin Poor, Sadhu Sadhu Anumodana, good afternoon, Maharajah. I'm Jinilin Poor from Singapore. Thank you. Max Wilson, thank you so much, Ajahn, for your teaching. Sadhu, you're welcome. Jim Sao, Sadhu, Sadhu. I was saying, don't worry about the noise. The focus is your good Dhamma, no water. Thank you. Tanai B. Sadhu, Sadhu. Ventura, thank you, Tanajan, for your teaching. Sadhu, you're welcome. Pamindri Lumpur Anumodana, Sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you very much for Lumpur Metta to teaching Lusana. You're welcome. From Alfredo Virela, hi, Pante, meditation in Kayanupassana. Very good, Alfredo. Enjoy yourself in meditation. From Santan, thank you kindly, Ajahn. You're welcome. Calling soon. Big gratitude to Ajahn that I respect. You're welcome. I guess that's about all the questions for today. The question and the answers for today. I hope you have benefited from this session and will help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay mindful, and keep practicing the Dhamma. I'll see you again the next time when we have another session of Q&A. Goodbye for now.